Hey, what's up guys? This is Pro Gamer Blaze once again, and this time I actually wanted to bring an introductory video, or I guess yeah, because my first video was more of a test just to see how everything would go and stuff like that. But yeah, so getting started, basically I guess I go by Pro Gamer Blaze obviously, and how I got that name was actually kind of funny, because when I first got my PlayStation 3, I spent like an hour, I mean, or even more, basically trying to figure out the coolest name possible that everybody be like, oh snap, that's a hot name, but I couldn't think of crap. Like everything that I came up with, I think I was with my cousin. He was like, oh, that's whack, that sucks. I was like, damn, I can't come up with anything. So basically I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make this simple. What can I actually just make my name as? So I was like, I guess I want a name that people could just kind of just see, or kind of like have an image of me from my name. So I just kind of came up with Pro, because basically pro means like good or something like that, or he's a professional. So I was like, alright, I want to go pro, because I always thought of myself as a pro. But that's just my opinion. But basically, and then I was like, after pro, what else can I put with pro? Like, and then I was like, I guess, what am I doing? I guess I'm playing games, so I guess I'm a gamer, so I guess I'm a pro gamer. And then I was like, I can't just go a pro gamer, even though it kind of did sound cool, but I was like, that's retarded, just pro gamer. So the people do kind of call me pro gamer, but I just didn't want that as my name. And I was like, I need like some type of identification with the pro gamer. So I was like, you know what, let me just kind of use a nickname. But for some reason I couldn't think of no other nickname besides the nickname I made up while I was in middle school. Me and my friends, we all kind of made up a nickname that we wanted for each of us, and basically I came up with Blaze. So that was the first thing that kind of came up to my mind. So basically, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with that, Pro Gamer Blaze. And it was actually kind of catchy too. It is catchy. It's like Pro Gamer Blaze. So I was like, alright, that's cool, that's cool. So I actually went with that, and for some reason I guess my idea kind of worked, because every time I would go into a lobby, they was like, oh, we have a pro gamer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a pro gamer. And then when I actually smacked it, I'm like, yeah, I'm a true pro gamer. So that was really funny, and that's really it. What else? I guess I can just kind of talk about myself. I'm actually 19 years old, and I'm actually in college and working. That's why this video is kind of actually coming out late, is because I actually got work, and like this is like my only chance to actually record and actually post a video, because I said I was gonna post a video, so that's what I'm gonna do. I stick to my word. So yeah, I actually go to school and work, and I just actually I guess what, I'm talking about myself. Yeah, I'm talking about myself. Alright, one of my interests is football and obviously gaming, but one of my actually passions is football. I play football since I was little, and that's what I'm actually working on right now. I don't even know how I do everything. I'm working out, I'm playing games, I'm going to school, and I'm going to work. I don't even know. I guess I'm pro everything. But yeah, so football was one of my favorite sports. I play a lot of sports, but football was my actually favorite one, because I played it for so long. And yeah, what else? Uh, what else? Oh yeah, another thing is though, is that I actually try to go pro, if you really could believe it. Not pro, but trying to just get into the pro scenery and stuff like that, trying to do tournaments and stuff. And I actually the only thing that I actually seen that was actually like a, a, a base start or whatever for me was game battles. And I joined game battles like at the beginning of this year when I was actually playing my hardest. Like I was not actually working, and I had easy classes for college, so I was actually really playing really hard, like going going really hard. So I actually joined game battles and everything, and surprisingly that junk was really difficult. Like just to actually find a team and actually start playing was like it actually took me like a month before I actually started playing, and I actually didn't even find a team in game battles. I was playing a public match, and I seen somebody with like a kind of official clan, like a clan tag, like it was just not no bullcrap. It was actually like had like a legit um how can I say suffix or whatever, and basically I actually messaged him to see if he was if he was in the real clan, and he actually was. So I was like, oh snap, can I try out or something like that, because I was looking around, nobody's trying to actually let me on their team on game battles, because I guess I could let y'all know, like when you first start game battles you have like a very high GB or MLG rank, and the higher it is the worse people kind of think you are. So when you first start out you at the very highest. So I couldn't find no team whatsoever, and basically I actually tried to play singles to get it down, but singles is just, it was not my thing, because that was my first time ever playing singles, and people knew so much more than me, like nade spots and head glitches and what else, spots you can actually sit to hear the bomb when it's trying to get defused, and wall banging and all this other stuff. So I was just kind of like a newbie to all this, and I was not actually, no matter how much skill I could actually put into it, it was just very difficult to win unless I faced somebody like a little bit around my skill level or a little bit lower, if I could actually beat them with just skill with no knowledge and stuff like that. So that kind of didn't go too well, so that's why I actually really trying to put work to actually get a team, because I actually could play with a team better. You can actually come up with routes to run and stuff like that, and you don't really need to know nade spots and all this other stuff, because if you work as a team you can actually just play a certain role and stuff like that. So when I actually joined the team, it's funny because when we joined the team everything was going well and stuff like that. I actually have a video from when I was playing on the team. It was crazy. I actually have two videos actually, and oh my god, it was just it was crazy. It's like gaming is almost like a sport, because you get all the same emotions and all that stuff from gaming. Like when I play football, I could get tense, and like it's like my body is like kind of like anxious and stuff like that. And what else? You get kind of nervous, and then your heart is pounding, and it's crazy. You can get the same thing from like competitive gaming. Or even sometimes, I guess, if people try to go for M.O.A.B, you get that like, oh my god, I'm like right here, oh my god, I have to stay alive and stuff like that. So it's like it was a new I guess a new experience for me, just like this YouTube thing, and it was fun. But the only thing was though is that with my team we argued a lot. Like once we really started getting into it, we started really arguing, and it was because like if we get like a loss of something like that, like it's like there's so many emotions flying around and stuff like that. So if somebody blames somebody else, and then that person is like, oh, then other dude did something, and then everybody started pointing fingers and stuff like that, and it was just not going too it was not going too well, and we actually broke up and um came back together like a freaking couple would, and basically oh snap, the time. Oh my god, I talk too much. Alright, I think I might make a part 2 for this video, so I think the video is about to be over, or might be over right now. So this is Pro Gamer, and I'm out. See y'all later.